All right. So Teddy Atlas says one of the more moronic things that I've heard this year. He says that if he was Deontay Wilder's manager, he would fire himself. Wow. All right, let's get into that in this video. All right, welcome back. So, Teddy Atlas, a guy that for some reason is considered one of the people that you go to get a great opinion on the sport of boxing. My personal opinion is on Teddy Atlas that it is extremely hit or miss. He is definitely willing, provided that his interests are not aligned with it, to talk to you about the problems going on in boxing and the dirty way that things happen in boxing, right? He said that he's one of the people that say, yeah, he probably thought Tyson Fury might have cheated, but hey, that was years ago, so what? That type of situation. That, Teddy Atlas. So Teddy Atlas has a podcast, a YouTube channel, and he said something to the effect of, now, you're going to go watch it for yourself, right? I cannot listen to Teddy Atlas for, more than 10 minutes at a stretch, but go watch the video yourself. And he's been reported that he says that if he was Deontay Wilder's manager, he would fire himself. Okay. What is the job of a manager? Job of a manager for a fighter is to get him fights, and to get him fights that will reward him financially. The fighter takes his cut and the manager takes his cut. So if you think, who is Mike Tyson's manager? Mike Tyson's manager is Shelley Finkle. What has Shelley Finkle done to make it for him to, if he was Teddy Atlas, for him to fire himself? Okay, there could be many things, but let's just go. He had a large portion of his career where he was not able to get the fights with like Vladimir Klitschko or a Anthony Joshua. So let's look first at the Vladimir Klitschko thing. Why couldn't Deontay Wilder get a fight with Vladimir Klitschko? Did Shelley Finkle stand in the way? Yeah, I think Shelley Finkle probably did stand in the way of that because he was Vladimir Klitschko's manager. So when people talk about why Deontay Wilder did not fight Vladimir Klitschko, that is not a problem with Deontay Wilder. And it was not, and when Shelley Finkle said that Deontay Wilder wasn't ready, that wasn't to protect Deontay Wilder. That was more than likely to protect his cash cow, an older and a glass-jawed Vladimir Klitschko. But let's just say that is a bit of a stain on the record of Shelley Finkle in that regard. But what has, since the time that he won the championship originally, what has Deontay Wilder done? Let's just look maybe at the last 3 years. In the last 3 years, I think Deontay Wilder reportedly earned somewhere around $80 million. He also has another fight coming up in which he very well might earn another $40 or $50 million. If your job as a manager is to get somebody paid, hey, Shelley Finkle, you did a good job. Now, there's other functions to the job, to a boxing manager's job, right? Which is to get him fights and to move a fighter along, at a pace that's acceptable for him, that will allow him to both make money and maximize his career, right? In giving him fights that he can win. Seeing as Deontay Wilder has only lost one fight in his career, and it was in over his, his 42nd? Was it his 42nd or his 43rd fight? After having been 10 successful title defenses of his title, he loses a fight in his 40th fight, over his 40th fight, and he should be fired. Well, maybe Shelley Finkle should have also been fired for Vladimir Klitschko. Because that's exactly what happened to Vladimir Klitschko, except for Vladimir Klitschko, I don't know if he made it to 10 successful title defenses before he got his ass knocked out by Lamont Brewster. Layman Brewster, not Lamont, excuse me. Layman Brewster. Or when he then got knocked out again by Corey Sanders. Or when he lost to Tyson Fury. Right? I mean, you have Vladimir Klitschko is listed as, by many people consider him like one of the top 10 heavyweights ever. Did his manager do a bad job because he has a loss on his record? Just wondering. I mean, what is the basis of saying that? It absolutely makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. However, Teddy Atlas, I don't think that you've ever brought up a champion and had a champion hold his belt that long, or guided somebody else's career, guided a heavyweight champion's career to like Hall of Fame, to a Hall of Fame level. I don't think so, Teddy. I think that this might just very well be an instance of Teddy Atlas talking out the side of his neck and bandwagoning other guys. Like, who is supposed to, where's the manager that has done a better job for a heavyweight than Deontay Wilder's? Oh, maybe Deontay Wilder should hire Tyson Fury's manager, Daniel Kinahan. I'm sure that could really elevate the guy's career, right? It's just ridiculous. All this is just, hey, it's fashionable to kick Deontay Wilder while you think he's down. The fact of the matter is, dude, the guy can walk, and I said this before the last fight with Tyson Fury happened. The fact of the matter is, the guy can walk into the Hall of Fame right now. And the only reason that he wouldn't walk into the Hall of Fame right now is because of people like Teddy Atlas, who probably does have a Hall of Fame vote, and whichever one, right? For the international one or the Vegas one, more than likely he's got a vote to get in those. Like how they give Boxing Writers Association of the America awards, right? The Boxing Writers Association of America. They give many of them Hall of Fame votes. Like Dan Rayfield has a Hall of Fame vote. Yeah, now Dan Rayfield might keep Deontay Wilder out of the Hall of Fame. Just like Ring Magazine some way can find some twisted logic to have Dillian White ahead of Deontay Wilder in the rank of heavyweights in the rankings of the heavyweights. Even though Dillian White has never won, he's never won a belt, he's never defended a belt. He got beat by a guy he also has a knockout loss, and he's tested positive performance enhancing drugs on two occasions, and he has an issue with with getting in with unapproved gloves against Oscar Rivas. But yet Ring Magazine has him ranked number 3, as if none of that stuff, as if they haven't heard of any of that stuff, or they don't care about that stuff, right? Now that's the only reason that a Deontay Wilder would not wind up in the Hall of Fame, while he might have to sit there and wait while the Michael Buffer gets in, but Deontay Wilder does not. With that type of logic, maybe that's a scenario where Deontay Wilder might be getting held off of that. But man, I'm gonna ride with what Errol Spence Jr. said, and I do understand why people, American fight fans, American commentators, do not support American fighters. Not a mystery anymore, and it's one of the things with all this stuff going on socially, right? That honestly, man, I feel it's definitely not worth all the drama. Definitely not worth like systematic oppression and all that nonsense, all the stuff that people go through. But I will tell you, I get a kick out of, let me put it that way, I get a kick out of seeing it in action in boxing during a time where nobody can deny that it exists. How can you possibly find fault with Deontay Wilder's career at all? He bet on himself and he won. And he made a ton of money doing it. He won a bunch of fights. He's accomplished everything that he set out to do when he signed with Shelley Finkle, but somehow Shelley Finkle would deserve to be fired for the job he did with Deontay Wilder. It's just silly, man. And keep watching. More silliness will come from Teddy Atlas. Teddy Atlas mixes blatant stupidity with convoluted conversations that go nowhere. That's Teddy Atlas. And what he's talking about here is just absolutely ridiculous. And the disrespect continues. That's all I got to say about the dude. It's just whack. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know your take on the matter. And, we'll holler in the next one, man. Leave a comment in the comment section. Hit the like button and share the video. It would be greatly appreciated. And also, check out the Patreon. If you're a Patreon, we got good stuff. We got a couple videos up there that we just did that I think you'll like, and I would really appreciate your comments and your feedback on. Thank you very much, and we will holler at you in the next video. Peace.